one of the things that I recognize often and I think about is my own mortality, in that I only have a certain amount of days, a certain amount of hours to do things in this earth to make it better off. And I I often it often motivates me because what I think about, and it motivates me to do these kind of things because I think about this a lot, um, is that if I think that I'm going to live forever, I'm constantly focused on my performance and trying to do a little bit better. But if I know that I only have a certain number of days left, my objective is different. My objective is to make sure that people feel good and that when I do things, it's for most of the time, it's for the better of humanity, right? So I focus on my family. I focus on myself to have longevity. I focus on making sure that other people in, as broadly as I possibly can. That's why I do these videos or these, podcasts. Um, and I'm as prolific as I possibly can is because there's all these moments where um, I know that my life is fleeting. And by doing more, maybe there'll be a message. Maybe you'll hear this and it will strike you in the right way. And then it will do something good for you. And it will change you or make you feel better in some sort of way and allow you to get back up. And I think about myself, the one thing that you kind of live in an infinite life today, as much as you can, is by doing things like this, by having, and this is, it's actually on one side of it, it's a bit of a problem, right? We have unlimited information that's can it continue to grow. But I also think, wouldn't it be cool that somebody in 200 years could listen to that and they might change who they are, or there might be a record of what is going on, and then you'll be able to study this in an archaeological way and learn something about human beings 200, 300, 400 years from now. I think about that a lot as, the records that we have from 400 years ago is a very biased record, right? It's this record that only tells very small amounts of the story. But if we have something like this, and it's a medium where, I do this every day for the rest of my life, um, people will be able to see this and see a glimpse into humanity, despite the fact that, it's one person, but it's one person that's doing it out of, um, there's probably lots of people that are doing it now, but still not that many, right? And it's the collective effort. It's like, yeah, there probably was there was many people that were musicians, and artists. In fact, I would say probably most people had a much higher back 400 years ago, had a much higher understanding of music and art than we do today because that's what you did in your free time. But we only know of a few because those ones, the sort of the artistic work, the storytelling was not heard, right? And I could be part of this collective story that's going on. And it's maybe not useful to a lot of people, but it may be useful to somebody. And somebody might listen to this in 300 years, get a glimpse of somebody. Maybe it's a long lost relative, and they get a glimpse of who is this person, my relative, driving in these things called cars, and I'm telling stories, and I'm letting people know how much I actually care about them because of doing this repeatedly. And I have this free time because I've got kids, and I drop kids off or I go to work, and I've chosen to spend my time to tell these stories repeatedly over and over and over again so that other people can feel good. I think that's a pretty interesting story. And I think that that would be helpful to anybody that wants to listen. And I think it's a shame that we don't record. Some of the more powerful things that I've seen now online that has a lot of meaning to me now are there was this effort in the 80s and 90s to record World War II vets because they were disappearing, and they recorded them, and there's these amazing stories now, and most of those people are gone. And it really touches me. It's something that I resonate with. And I think I hope to be that person that is telling the story of everyday life, of what it means to get back up and do it again and repeatedly try things so that they can listen to it and say, you know what, I resonate with that. I understand. I feel that. Um, and I think it's a part of the storytelling. It's my collective duty, as in kind of a Boy Scout kind of way. It's my duty to share these stories so that other people can listen to them. And it may be one person. This is kind of the effort in science, right? It's one person. It's all that matters. So you're speaking to one person that it might touch, and it changes their life, and it changes the way that they view the world. And that might be the actual person. Problem is, you don't know. You don't know who is listening to this, or whether anybody's going to listen to this. So most people give up, and they never want to participate in anything like this. And they say, like, why bother? Well, if many people before me had said, why bother in all aspects of life, we wouldn't be where we are today. It's those people that actually bother and do something and try to do something. That's why we are where we are today. All right. Take care. It's been a wonderful day.